Hey folks, I want to read you guys a letter I sent to Verizon Wireless around about March 3rd of this year. And I'm going to tell you what happened a few minutes ago. And I got to tell you, I'm completely floored. I'm flabbergasted. Wow. This is the letter. I emailed it directly to all the VPs and the president of Verizon Wireless on their website. I went and looked it up, and they all got a copy of the same letter. And it says, I have a bit of a problem. I'm a new customer with a family plan. We just got our phones, and we've had little problems with the service or the phones. In fact, we're very happy with the service to date. After doing a bit of research and switching to you guys, we've decided that Verizon Wireless really is the best service in town, and they really are, in my opinion. Them and T-Mobile are neck and neck, and they're really good companies. We originally ordered our phones and had them shipped to us. We never went into a physical store. We had a bit of an issue with my wife's phone, so we made a stop in to one of the actual physical stores to have them check it out. In walking up to the store, I noticed a no gun sign on the door. Normally those don't apply to me because I'm a concealed handgun license carrier in Texas, and there has to be very specific wording on the doors, 30-06 wording, in the sign to bar me from entering. Upon further inspection of the sign, I noticed that the sign actually had the 30-06 wording, and thus made it illegal for me to be armed within the store. To some folks that may mean little, but I happen to be a big supporter of the Second Amendment, and a store that bars me from exercising those rights on their property normally doesn't get my business at all. However, my wife and I both believe Verizon Wireless offers the best cell phone service in our area, and we do not readily wish to switch to a new carrier. At the same time, we also don't want to patronize a business that doesn't allow us to express our Second Amendment right to bear arms and protect ourselves and our families. We have not yet decided if we're going to keep our new service, and in truth, that really depends on your response to this letter. Scroll down a bit. Barring unlicensed guns is one thing. Barring an honest citizen who's been proven reliable and upstanding by virtue of qualifying for a concealed handgun license in Texas is simply a slap in the face. Facts you should know about me and any CHL holder in Texas. I have never been convicted of a felony. I have never been convicted of a Class A misdemeanor or a Class B in the last 5 years. I have never been diagnosed with a mental condition that would impair my sound judgment. I am a legal and tax-paying resident of Texas. I have passed a gun safety and proficiency test. I have attended classroom instruction on safety and state laws pertaining to guns and gun safety with a qualifying written exam. I have my fingerprints on file with the state of Texas and my photo. I am not delinquent on any taxes, school loans, or child support. I must meet all of these requirements in order to have a CHL in Texas. How much do you know about your other customers in Texas? Furthermore, refer to these conviction rates on the official Texas Department of Public Safety website. They clearly illustrate that individuals who are CHL holders are convicted of less than 1% of all, are convicted of less than 1% of all criminal activity, and are therefore among the safest and most law-abiding citizens in our fair state. The report is as follows, and I give a link to the report. Now, knowing the above, why do you prohibit me, my wife, and other CHL holders from exercising our Second Amendment rights at your location? You should be aware that your response will be made public. So I sent that off to them around about March 8th. I'm looking at the date now. And a few minutes ago, it's now August 1st, about 3:30, and they tried to call me a couple of days ago, actually, and she didn't leave a message other than her home phone number. But I got a phone call from the administrative assistant, or the assistant to one of the VPs of Verizon Wireless corporate office, saying basically that they thanked me for their letter, and that they submitted it to management, and upon review they have decided not only to remove that sign in front of the Verizon Wireless that I went to, but now they have a policy that no Verizon Wireless store is allowed to post a 30-06 sign. So I was completely floored, utterly and completely. I really expected to be ignored. I really didn't expect the corporate mindset to see the logic in what I had said, or open themselves to what they would perceive anyway as the liability that would go along with a policy like that. There's really liability either way. You could argue either way. So I'm, I guess, a little touched and really flabbergasted, and I guess now a bit proud that I'm a Verizon Wireless customer, because wow, you don't see many big corporate entities doing the right thing anymore. So there you have it. Thought you guys might be interested in that. I'm going to put a link up to a link in the more info video, or more info. I cannot talk today. I'm going to put a link up in the more info section for this video that lets you contact those executives, the same ones I wrote, directly. Please, if you're a Second Amendment supporter, even if you're not in Texas, please write those folks and thank them for the good, sound judgment they displayed in making this decision. I think it's our responsibility to point out when people, especially large companies, make poor decisions. But I think it's even more important and more imperative to point out and give praise to those companies who do the right thing. And this is certainly one of them. I'm proud to call myself a Verizon Wireless customer. All right, you guys have a good weekend.